Hello all. In this class we discuss about some basic parameter related to the TCP/IP model, which is very important, like address resolution protocol, port, user datagram protocol, transmission control protocol, and so many parameters are related in a TCP/IP. So before starting the TCP/IP model, you should be clear in this topic. So first of all, we discuss about ARP. It's a very important. ARP is known as address resolution protocol. So it's basically the communication protocol used for discovering the link layer address, such as a MAC address, that means the data link layer 2 in the ISSA model, and associated with a given internet layer address, typically known as IPv4 addressing. So basically, address resolution protocol is used to dynamically map layer 3 network addresses to the data link addresses. So, and we also say that the address resolution protocol is a communication protocol used to discover the data link layer address, that means layer 2 address like a MAC address, associated with an internet layer address, that is layer 3 address like IPv4 address. So this is a basic functionality of ARP. There are so many ARP are used in internet protocol, or known as TCP protocol, and there another parameter is known as RARP, reverse address resolution protocol. So what is that the reverse RARP is basically an absolute computer communication protocol used by the client computer to request its internet protocol IPv4 address from a computer network. So we say basically the reverse address resolution protocol. So the basic purpose of RARP is to convert Ethernet address to the IP address. The RARP enables basically to convert the Ethernet addresses to the IP addresses, and RARP also translate the machine address into the IP address. So how RARP works? The client broadcasts a RARP packet with an Ethernet broadcast address and its own physical address in the data portion. In the next slide, we discuss about what is a packet formation, the frame formation, and the address in the data portion. The server responds by telling the client its IP address. So RARP is basically the opposite operation of the ARP. So these are functionalities of ARP and RARP is a very important. And next we discuss about the concept of Icmp. So it's a very important in the TCP. So what is that? Icmp basically stands for Internet Control Message Protocol. So it is a network layer protocol, and it is used for error handling in the network layer, and it is primarily used on the network devices such as router devices, and the router send the message to the sender that it could send or not to the destination. So if there is error any happen, this Icmp protocol helps us to recognize what type of errors occurs in the router, or basically in the network layer. So this is the importance of the Icmp. Icmp is very important. Okay. So now next we discuss about the concept of Igmp, which is known as, I write down first, Igmp, which is also known as Internet Group Management Protocol, or Internet Group Message Protocol. First of all, management protocol is a communication protocol used by the host and adjacent router on IPv4 network. Adjacent router means it's nearby routers on IPv4 network to establish the multicast group membership. So Igmp is a integral part of the IP multicast and allows the network to direct multicast transmissions only to hosts that have requested them. Now we discuss about the concept of the very important concept about the port in internet. So port concept is very important. Okay. So what is basically, first of all, the port? So port is known as the communication endpoint in a computer networking. So it is an endpoint. Okay. And port is a number used to uniquely identify a transaction over a network by specifying both the host and the service. They are necessary to differentiate between many different IP services, such as web services, for example hypertext transfer protocol HTTP or hypertext transfer protocol plus SSL. That's why HTTPS used in today. SSL means secret socket layer, we discuss about later. Mail service is known as SMTP. Okay. SMTP protocol is used for the mail services. Stream SMTP, and file transfer, that is known as FTP. Okay, so there are many services, that's why the different type of port are assigned, and the port numbers are from 0 to 65,535 ports are available, and from 0 to 1024 port number are reserved for use by certain privileged services. Okay, so there are so many port numbers are assigned in a computer networking. I just talk about them. So first of all, port number 20, I just discuss about the important port number. Secure shell, SSH. For the SSH communication, the port number is 22, protocol is TCP. Okay. For the telnet communication, the port number is 23, protocol is, yes, right, TCP. And for DNS service, the corresponding port number is 53, and this is either connectionless or connection oriented. This is known as either UDP or TCP already. And for HTTP, this is very important for web services. This is known as 80 port number. And for POP3 is used for 110 port services. SSL, secret socket layer, is port number is 443, also TCP. Okay. So this is for the DHCP, dynamic host configuration protocol. The port number is 67 or 68 by default port address. Okay, so this is a fixed port address which is used for the communication from the host computer to the another host computer in the computer networking. So that's why port is very important in a computer networking for the deliver the message from one computer to the another computer for the different port services. Okay. So now we discuss about the concept of SSL. So what is that? SSL is also known as secure socket layer, and it's a protocol for establishing the authentication and the encrypted link between the network computers. Okay, that's why it is known as the SSL. And what is the concept about SSH? SSH is known as secure shell, just called secure shell. Is a protocol, is a cryptographic network protocol for operating network services securely over an unsecured network. That's why it is known as SSH. So using SSH, we can log in the remote computer or remote command execution, and any network service can be secured with SSH. Okay, so that's why SSH is very important for network services. Okay, so this is basically one last important parameter. This is very important, is also known as UDP. So what is a UDP? UDP means user datagram protocol. So it is a communication protocol that is primarily used for establishing low latency and loss tolerating connection between the application on the internet, and UDP is a basically connectionless or protocol, connectionless oriented protocol. Okay, so that's why it is known as UDP. UDP is a user datagram protocol. So, and one important thing is that the UDP, what different devices are used in UDP, like a domain name system DNS, or online multiplayer games, voice over IP, VoIP. That means VoIP, we already know that the concept of VoIP. What is VoIP? Voice over internet protocol. It is also known as the UDP. And trivial file transfer protocol, that is known as TFTP, is also work the UDP protocol also. Okay, so what is a VoIP? VoIP is very important today in the internet. It is known as the voice over IP. So what is that? So basically it is very important. It is also the internet protocol and basically used for the IP telephony system. Internet IP means internet protocol based telephony system, and it's a method and group of technologies for the delivery of voice communication and multimedia session over the internet protocol networks such as internet. So that's why it is known as the VoIP. So there are many complex architecture in a VoIP. We just talk about the theoretical concept. Okay, students, so in the next slide or in the next video we discuss about the thoroughly concept about that, what is the hardware functionalities and how embedded system are requirement for this type of system establishment. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.